Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. So we're back down the beach filming. It's a wonderful day. It's nice and calm down here. There's not too much wind as well, so it's really relaxing. Bringing you another Swiss Army knife video today by Victorinox. So let me just pan the camera down and we'll take a look at the knife. So we're going to be taking a look at an older model today, and this was picked up from my good friend Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. On the back of his business card then you have all his details. I will hold it there. If you pause, you can take a screenshot and scan this QR code and it'll take you straight to his website. But you've got the website here, Daniel Bridge, and his phone number if you want to get in touch with him. But he's on Etsy as well under Vintage Tool Goods, and he has some fantastic stuff on offer at the moment. He's currently releasing a line of customs. I believe there's going to be 10 in total. Each are individually serialized with a special little Blade Bridge coin with the number on the back as well. I will put a link in the description to the two that are currently out. I believe he has number 3 and number 5 out, I want to say. Both are absolutely superb. But he's just a really great guy to deal with. He does the best deals on these older models. And we're going to be taking a look at the mechanic today. So that is a 91mm design. Unfortunately, it is discontinued and has been for quite a while. Comes in the standard red Cellidor with the inlaid Victorinox shield. Now the model number for the mechanic is 1.4623, and then the US model number for this is 53441. So as I mentioned, it's a 91mm, it's a 3-layer design. So this is based on the Tinker, just with an added tool. So it's pretty much everything else exactly the same as the Tinker, with the exception that this has got pliers on it. So you have the standard opening layer, so you get the can opener with the cat's eye nail nick on there. You can see this is a used model, so that you will see some use on it, but it is in fantastic condition. On the left hand side then you get the cap lifter with the wire bender and the large flathead screwdriver. Of course that is on a half stop. In the middle then, what makes this the mechanic is the pliers you get on Victorinox, and I love the pliers on Victorinox models, particularly if I'm going camping or doing anything, and if I've got a pot on like a little burner, I use the pliers to pick the pot off if it doesn't come with a handle. But along with that, they're great for all sorts of things. There is actually a wire cutter, you can see that just in between the pliers when they're fully opened, and you can use that to snip wires. But just a fantastic pair of pliers from Victorinox, nice and free moving, same exact sort of leaf spring design as on the scissors, and you can see the teeth and the grip inside those pliers there as well. You've got the larger teeth here and the smaller at the front, and of course that is pinned front and back, so you haven't got to worry about this coming loose at all. And they're quite a chunky pair of pliers as well, so they're not thin where they're going to bend. You can definitely do some decent heavy use work with these and not have any problems with them at all. And of course these are on a cam tang, so there is no half stop, but a really nice snap when they go down as well. And then along with that we have the main blade. See, this has had some use. Dan has put a wicked edge on this thing and it is scary sharp. Try and get the light to come off it for you. You can see it just there, look. Absolutely, honestly I don't know how he gets them so sharp. But we have the 4-layer tang stamp, so we have Victorinox, Switzerland, stainless and rust fry, and then on the back you have Officer Swiss with the crossbow with the bolt touching it. So I believe this makes it in the late sort of 90s, early 2000s. Now the information I could find online was that the mechanic was released right about 1991, and then was last seen in the 2005 catalogue, so it didn't feature in 2006. So I'm going to say roughly around that time it was discontinued. But along with the main blade then, you get the pen blade on the back. A little bit of use on this one as well, but screaming sharp edge from Dan. The wonderful Victorinox finish on the blade that we all love, that sort of tumbled polish finish. On the side then you get the keyring, you have the tweezers, and then on the back as well as most standard models you get the toothpick. Now we do have some back tools on here. So we have the reamer punch all blade with the sewing eye, and then we have the older style 3D Phillips screwdriver with the can key slot in it. So see if I can get that to show. Can you see the gap through the can key just there? There we go. So that would be for like corned beef tins. If you lost the key off those, you can just slide it through, twist like this, and open the can. That does, though, take away some of the strength from the end of the Phillips screwdriver. So I wouldn't be doing super heavy screwdriver tasks with this, with the fear of it bending or possibly snapping. But that's just stories I've heard. I've not had any personal experience with that. So let's take a look at some of the specs of the blades then. So we have a 2.7 inch full blade length with a 2.5 inch cutting length. So that makes it well within that 3-inch limit for the UK. And of course this is non-locking, and honestly, Swiss Army knives are they're just not threatening at all. I've never had a problem bringing this out in public in the UK. I've used it in the office, just everywhere, like restaurants I've had it out and no one says a thing. Next up, specs on the pen blade. 1.6 inch full length with a 1.5 inch cutting length on that as well. Really nice walk and talk on all the tools. We're about a 6 to here, then it gets slowly towards a 7 on this with a nice snap on the open, and then cam tang and a nice little snap on the close as well. Really wish they would bring this one back into production. I think it's a really cool model that a lot of people would really enjoy. I know there's quite a few members of the community that are not a fan of the scissors on Victorinox because they think that if you've got a blade, why would you need them? Personally, I love the scissors, but pair of pliers, different uses, different people, they might prefer those. But there we go. That is my sort of review and overview of the Victorinox Mechanic. Model number for that is 1.4623. From Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. Really hope you enjoyed this review. Please be sure to like, subscribe and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.